The VolQuest 2-Minute Drill is brought to you by Craven Wings.
Alongside Brent Hubbs, I'm Austin Price for the Craven Wings 2-Minute Drill. Don't forget all those locations, Seymour, Choteau, and then in Maryville. All great locations to go out and get some early Christmas dinner, Christmas lunch, and don't forget Wing Ding Wednesday. That's coming up middle of the week. Brent, 15 newcomers here, 15 of the 17. The only two that weren't were David Hobbs, who just loves basketball too much. He wanted to play December with his teammates over there in North Carolina, and then Cam Selden.
Yeah, and I mean, everybody wants to know what do those 15 guys look like, right? And that's what all the talk is about. And it starts with Nico. And you've seen Nico play, so this was not, I mean, you've seen him throw. It's not the first time you've seen it. We've all seen it on video. Look, the guy throws the ball well. It comes out of his hands really well. He's bigger than everybody wants to give him credit for. From a weight standpoint, he's not this rail thin guy. So it's fun to watch him throw it. He threw it around. He's obviously taking a lot of coaching from Joey Halsley and learning a lot, but certainly stood out. I think that's the thing that you see with these midterm enrollees. There's athletic ability there. I mean, across the board. Those linebackers certainly show plenty of athletic ability. I love the size of Nathan Leacock. He was probably bigger than I expected him to be, Austin. But overall, I think it's a good-looking group who's either in day one or day two of their practices.
Yeah, that's right. I'm really impressed by the linebacker core. You know, Arion Carter not able to go through practice today, but was getting work in on the side. You can tell kind of twitchy and explosive how he is in those areas. As far as the current team, I think having Bru back out here is big. Because for the most part, Cedric didn't play a whole lot this year, Hubbard. So it was Ramel Keaton, Bru McCoy, Jalen Hyatt. So now if Bru gets back, having missed the Vanderbilt game, then really you're only replacing Jalen. That's a huge void, right? But it's not wholesale, is what I'm saying.
Well, and Bru's a mature guy.
Yeah.
He's a guy who's going to work every day. He puts in the work. He is an empty the tank on the practice field guy. And I think you need that with that young receiving core, right? No cutting corners. You saw Chaz Nimrod today. A lot of extra work for him. Because, I think he probably feels like there's an opportunity here. He's got to go earn it. And these early bowl practices, there are about extra opportunities for young guys. I mean, we're outside because in the complex right now they're doing extra work with those newcomers. So trying to take advantage of that before Christmas and before diving into full Clemson prep, the early part of next week. I'll say this about the veterans too. Joe Milton over the middle threw the ball really well today. I know fans.
That's his throw.
I know fans have said, well, we see that all the time. He looked like a guy who right now is completely dialed in. He's not got a week to get ready like he did after getting the job with the Hendon Hooker injury. He's got a month to get ready. He looked like he had full command of things today.
And like I've said from the beginning, his best throws are those throws. And I'm not saying he can't throw the deep ball, but I just feel like his money throws, the most consistent throw he makes, are those crossing patterns. And they did not do that a whole lot at Vanderbilt, but when they did, and when they have done at any point this season, he's really been spot on.
Yep, he certainly has, and we'll see exactly how he continues to progress. Josh Heupel coaching the tight ends today.
Yep.
And I think that's going to be the mainstay. Josh Heupel's got a lot on his plate. He got a game plan. He's going to call plays in the bowl game. He's going to coach the tight end position at least here for the next little bit. A lot going on with Josh Heupel's world right now. A little recruiting and transfer portal work as well.
As for, what we see going next, they're pretty healthy going into this bowl game, getting some guys back. We talked about Bru. You had Kamal Haddon back out here. You had, some of those, secondary guys back. I think that's key to kind of having a decent shot against Clemson is getting back as much as you can.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and you got time to rest up and get well. You don't want to push anybody back right now. But Josh Heupel said by the time they get into next week, and certainly when they get to Miami, he feels like this will be a pretty healthy football team. Obviously, they're not going to have Hendon Hooker.
But they do have Taven Jackson back.
Yes, they do have Taven Jackson, who, he's missed so much time, Austin. I think if you were in a situation where Joe Milton lost his helmet, rolled his ankle, and need to get it taped, I think Gadsden Moore's where they go. And that's probably not what fans expect or want to hear. But you got to remember, Taven Jackson's missed 8 or 9 weeks of work. He's not just going to, in a week or two time, be ready to run this offense and go. So I think initially if they had to get somebody in the ball game there to manage the game, I think they would go Gadsden Moore right now.
I agree. I think right now it would be Taven Jackson as the emergency number 3. Plus, how healed is the collarbone?
Right. Is he ready to take full contact and all that stuff?
But, you can also re-injure that thing in a snap. Of course, nobody's hoping that it even gets to that point. He's Brent Hubbs. I'm Austin Price. Craven Wings 2-minute drill on this Saturday.
When you're craving wings, it's got to be Craven Wings. Online at cravenwings.com.